So far they're all saying it was like a couple of nut jobs.
Do you believe that?
I don't know. The one person had 18 telephones. I have a lot of phones, but that's like 3.
Yeah.
And they're made for special reasons. I don't know what to believe. I'll be honest, it has not been explained to me perfectly.
Happened to our country, probably 20 million people. And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's sad, take a look at what happened. We love you.
Trump is threatening Meta's Mark Zuckerberg with jail time. The former president took to Truth Social to urge Republicans to pass the SAVE Act, a bill that would mandate proof of citizenship when registering to vote. Trump then said, quote, "Our whole voting system is under siege. All I can say is that if I'm elected president, we will pursue election fraudsters at levels never seen before, and they will be sent to prison for long periods of." For context, the feud between Trump and Zuckerberg dates back to Trump's presidency. Trump was ultimately banned on the platform following the January 6th attack. The ban was lifted in January of 2023. Still, Trump's comments against Meta have increasingly gotten harsher. He referred to the social media company as, quote, "the enemy of the people" back in March, and in February, Trump called for Zuckerberg to...
In order to operate in China, the Communist Party requires American companies to register with authorities and host servers inside the country, and I think it's pretty well known that Chinese law requires that security services are allowed access to any data hosted within the country. Did any of Facebook's security team or its engineers raised concerns to management about Americans' private information being exposed to Chinese spying?
Yes, Senator, they did.
How did they do that?
They documented their concern in a number of ways. They noted that this would happen, that the Chinese would get access to the data, and they also noted their concern in other discussions and other documentation, saying, my red line as a security engineer is to not be comfortable with this, but my red line is not Mark Zuckerberg's red line.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg and Dana White don't seem like likely friends to a lot of people, but you guys have formed a friendship, a tech titan and, CEO and president of the UFC. How did you guys end up friends? The rumor has it martial arts played a role.
Yeah, he's a huge UFC fan, and he trains hardcore in mixed martial arts, and even has talked about fighting, but he's done jiu-jitsu tournaments where he just enters like everybody else does, and he's actually a really good athlete.
And so you guys met over that and connected?
It started with UFC, and then and then he invited me and asked me to be on his board.